What's going on, SoFi investors? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. Guess what? Cathie Wood is up to her old tricks again, buying a stock only a few months ago to just sell it on the open market. She sold over $2 million worth of SoFi stock yesterday. I'm going to show you what she sold, how many shares she sold, and what she actually bought. And her Ark F fund actually liquidated about 10% of her stake last week. Whether you want to call it she actually sold it or the fund was forced to sell it, she had 16 million shares and went down to 14 million, and now she just sold another $2 million worth of SoFi stock yesterday. Let's get into it. All right, investors, if you take a look at the screen, this is my video from 9 days ago. And if you look on the screen, Ark Investment Management had 16 million shares of SoFi and change. And then if we quickly look today, we see Ark Investment Management right here owns 14.5 million shares, selling 10% of their stake. Whether it was liquidated or she sold the shares, it doesn't make a difference. She still owns 16 million shares plus and now only owns 14.5 million. But now actually she owns even less. If we take a look at yesterday's Ark Invest email blast from 8/5, you can see right down here, SoFi shares, she sold 335,651 shares of SoFi. That's over $2 million worth of SoFi shares she sold on the open market. And if we take a look, she also sold UPath, Block, and Intuit. And then she bought the dip on Palantir, Robinhood, Meta, Amazon, and Coinbase. So all those big Magnificent Seven guys, she bought a bunch of them, Amazon, Meta, on those dips because obviously the last week was a shit show for everyone, right? The market got absolutely destroyed. Some of these stocks like Meta, Amazon, Google are down 20% in only like a week or two. The sell-off was very violent and happened very, very quickly, but the market seems to be stabilizing a little bit. So I want to talk about Cathie Wood, man. Like, I don't know what is going on with her and her funds, but she just bought SoFi stock. To sell it is just crazy to me. Just take a look at her funds. This is RK. This is her big flagship fund. Look at the year-to-date gains. Absolutely dreadful. Down 20%. VOO is up considerably more than that if you look at the numbers. Up almost 12% on the year. So if you just put it in a basic index fund like VOO, you would pay a considerable less in fees, and then you wouldn't be down 20% of your money when the market absolutely ripped. I mean, she just hasn't been performing well, down 10% in the last, year and change. 5 years, still down 10%. That's like losing money every year consistently. Not very good. And if you look at VOO, let's take a look at them over the last 5 years. Up 81%. I mean, Cathie Wood and her funds are robbing investors. They are terrible at their jobs, and I would not recommend. Actually, I can't recommend and tell you guys what to invest in, but I would never invest in a Cathie Wood fund. That is for sure. The Ark F fund is not doing much better, down 5% on the year. She's up 12% in the last year, only up 15% in the last 5 years. This was $62 at one point and is now only, $24.98. I just can't stomach investing in any of her funds. She charges really high fees, considerably higher than VOO. It just doesn't make any sense to invest into her type of funds. She says she's in a 2 to 5 year investment horizon, and she proves time and time again that that is not true. I don't care what you say. It's what you do. And what she's been doing is not holding these stocks for 2 to 5 years. She hasn't even been in SoFi stock for a year and is already having to liquidate the funds last week, selling off 10% of her shares, and then openly sold shares, again, $2 million worth yesterday. So is that selling going to continue to come? And this 14.5 million shares is going to come down to like 14.2 million, and that's going to be probably over 11% down from her initial position in SoFi stock, guys. So let me know in the comments below, what are you doing with your SoFi shares? Are you buying? You selling? You holding? At $6.50, it got down into the $5 range. I think it was yesterday pre-market. So I had to buy a couple hundred more shares. I'm around 4,500 shares total in all my different brokerage accounts. I mean, it really sucked yesterday because Charles Schwab was down. That brokerage has been an absolute nightmare. I want to change, but like changing over again is just another headache I don't feel like dealing with. But man, Charles Schwab has been a really big headache. So we'll have to see what Cathie Wood is doing over the next few days. Is she going to continue to sell SoFi stock? I will keep you guys updated. If you like these kind of updates, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next video. Peace.